A researcher walked into a home in Kansas City in 1995 and started counting words, not sentences, not conversations, individual words, every single word spoken to a child under the age of 3. She did this across 42 families, different backgrounds, different homes, different parenting styles, and what she found was so staggering that it changed the entire field of child development overnight. By age 3, some children had heard 30 million more words than others, not a little more, 30 million more. And the children who heard those extra words didn't just have bigger vocabularies, they had higher IQs, better reading scores, stronger academic performance, all the way into high school, all traceable back to one thing: how their parents spoke to them before they could speak back. But here is the part that nobody tells you. It wasn't just the number of words that mattered, it was the type. And most parents, even the ones who talk to their babies constantly, are using the type that helps the least without ever knowing it. Today we are going to break down exactly what the research says about the 3 ways parents talk to babies, and by the end of this video, you will know precisely which one builds vocabulary 3 times faster than the others. One of them, you are almost certainly doing already. One of them, most parents have never even heard of. And one of them, the one almost every parent defaults to, does almost nothing for language development at all. Stay with me, because what you are about to learn takes less than 5 minutes to apply, and the impact will last your child's entire life. So first, let's talk about what is actually happening in your baby's brain right now, because once you understand the mechanism, everything else will click immediately. Your baby is born with roughly 100 billion neurons, the same number as an adult. But here is the critical difference. Those neurons are barely connected to each other yet. The first 3 years of life are essentially a massive construction project. Your baby's brain is building the highways that will carry language, thought, emotion, and intelligence for the rest of their life. And the single biggest construction crew is your voice. Every time you speak to your baby, neurons fire, and neurons that fire together wire together, meaning the more a language pathway gets activated, the stronger and more permanent it becomes. By age 3, a child's brain has formed more neural connections than it ever will again in life. After that, the brain begins pruning, permanently removing the connections that weren't used enough. This is not a slow process, with plenty of time to course correct. This window is open right now, and what happens inside it is largely irreversible. So the question isn't whether you should talk to your baby. Every parent knows they should. The real question is, are you talking in the way that actually builds those connections fastest? That answer lives in understanding 3 very different types of parent speech, and they are not equal. Type 1. Passive talking. This is the most common type, and it is the least effective by a significant margin. Passive talking is any speech that happens around your baby, but not with your baby. The television on in the background, a phone conversation they are present for, you talking to another adult while your baby sits nearby, you narrating your own thoughts out loud without directing them at your child. Here is the critical thing to understand about passive talking. Your baby's brain can hear it, but it cannot process it the same way. Research from the University of Washington found that babies as young as 9 months old show measurably different brain responses to speech directed at them versus speech simply happening near them. Speech directed at them activates the language centers. Speech happening near them activates far less. Think of it this way. Passive talking is background noise to your baby's brain. It registers, but it doesn't build. And here is where it gets important. Screen time falls entirely in this category. Every major study on infant language development finds the same result. Television videos, even so-called educational programs, contribute almost nothing to early vocabulary development because the speech coming from a screen is not contingent on your baby. It doesn't respond to them. It doesn't wait for them, and their brain knows the difference. Passive talking isn't harmful, but if it is the primary way your baby is hearing language, and for many babies, it is, the construction project in their brain is running on a fraction of its capacity. Now here is where it gets genuinely fascinating, because the next type of speech is one most parents do instinctively, and science has recently confirmed it is far more powerful than anyone realized. This is the Hart and Risley discovery that changed everything, and most parents have never heard of it by name. Type 2. Parentese. You already know what this sounds like, even if you have never heard the word. It is the voice you use when you look at your baby, and your pitch rises slightly, your vowels stretch longer, your sentences get shorter and simpler, your face becomes more expressive, you speak slower, you pause, you wait, you respond to the sounds they make back to you, as if they said something meaningful because to their brain, they did. Oh yees, are you hungry? You are hungry, aren't you? That voice, that is parentese, and for decades researchers weren't sure whether it actually helped language development or whether it was just something parents did instinctively for their own enjoyment. Then the studies came in, and the results were striking. Researchers at the University of Washington and the University of Connecticut studied 163 families. They measured how much parentese each parent used at 6 months, 10 months, and 14 13 months. Then they tested the baby's vocabulary at 14 months, and again at 24 months. The babies whose parents used the most parentese had significantly larger vocabularies, not by a small margin, but dramatically so. Why does parentese work so powerfully? 3 reasons, backed by neuroscience. First, the slower pace and exaggerated vowels make it dramatically easier for your baby's brain to isolate and recognize individual sounds. Language is learned sound by sound before it is learned word by word. Parentese essentially puts each sound in slow motion. Second, the higher pitch and melodic quality captures and holds infant attention more effectively than normal adult speech. Your baby is biologically wired to orient toward it. Their brain literally pays more attention. Third, and this is the most important one, parentese is interactive. You pause, you wait, your baby makes a sound, you respond. That back and forth, that conversational turn-taking, is the exact neurological pattern that builds language architecture in the brain. Every turn of that conversation is a neural connection being built. Parentese is not baby talk. It is not dumbing down your language. It is instinctive, biologically driven communication, optimized by millions of years of evolution, specifically for building language in infant brains. Use it without apology. Use it as much as possible. Your baby's brain is waiting for exactly that signal. But parentese alone is not the most powerful tool, because there is a third type of speech, one that combines the warmth of parentese with something even more cognitively rich. And this is the one that builds vocabulary 3 times faster. Don't go anywhere, because this is the part that will actually change what you do tomorrow morning. Type 3. Serve and return narration. This is the combination that the research keeps pointing back to as the single most powerful driver of early language development, and it has 3 specific components that most parents are missing at least one of. Here is what it looks like. In practice, your baby is sitting on the floor. They pick up a red cup and look at it. They're looking at that cup is a serve. They are reaching out cognitively. Their brain is asking a question about the world. Most parents either ignore that moment entirely or say something generic like "good job." Serve and return narration responds to the serve with all 3 components. Component 1, name it specifically, not "oh, you found something," but "that's a cup, a red cup, red." Research from MIT found that babies learn words significantly faster when the word is spoken at the exact moment their attention is already focused on the object. The brain is primed and ready in that moment. The word lands directly into an active neural pathway rather than floating in the air hoping to be caught. Component 2, expand it. After naming it, add 1 layer of information. Red cup, we drink from the cup. Cup holds water. This is called language expansion, and it is the exact technique speech-language pathologists use in early intervention therapy. You are giving your baby's brain the next rung on the ladder, not overwhelming them, but always placing 1 rung above where they currently are. Component 3, wait and respond. After you have named and expanded, stop. Wait. Look at your baby with open, expectant warmth. Give them 5 to 10 full seconds. They may babble. They may look away. They may reach for the cup again. Whatever they do, that is their return, and your response to that return is what completes the neural circuit. Yes, cup. You want the cup. That 3-part exchange, name, expand, wait, and respond is a single serve and return narration cycle, and studies tracking parent-child interaction found that babies whose parents consistently completed these cycles had vocabularies at age 2 that were on average 300% larger than babies whose parents primarily used passive talking. 300%, not 30. 300. Here is the part most parents get wrong. Even after learning this, they hear "talk to your baby more," and they begin narrating everything, a constant running commentary from morning to night. Now mommy is opening the refrigerator. Now we are taking out the milk. Now we are pouring the milk. That is narration, but it is missing the most critical component, the wait, the return, the turn-taking. If you are always talking, your baby never gets to respond, and if your baby never gets to respond, the circuit never closes. You are building half a highway. The connection forms one way, but never comes back. And a one-way connection is not how language architecture gets built. A 2018 study from MIT tracked parent-child conversations and then scanned the children's brains. The single strongest predictor of language development, stronger than vocabulary exposure, stronger than reading, stronger than any enrichment activity, was the number of conversational turns. Back and forth exchanges, serve and return. Even before babies have real words, their babbles and sounds and gestures count as turns, and every turn builds the brain. So the shift is not just talk more. The shift is talk with them more, not at them. Let me give you something concrete. You can start today. Choose one ordinary moment in your day. Bath time, feeding, getting dressed, and for just that one moment, practice the full cycle. Watch your baby's eyes. Whatever they look at, that is their serve. Name it specifically. Expand it by 1 layer. Then stop and wait with warmth and full attention. Respond to whatever they give back. Repeat. That is it. That is the entire thing. You do not need a curriculum. You do not need flashcards. You do not need need educational videos or expensive toys. You need 5 minutes of complete present attention during one ordinary moment in your day, and the 30 million word gap starts closing immediately. Because here is what the research ultimately shows. The parents whose children developed the richest language were not the parents who talked the most. They were the parents who listened the most, who noticed what their baby was paying attention to, who responded, who waited, who treated every babble like a sentence worth answering. Your baby is not waiting for you to teach them language. They are waiting for you to have a conversation with them. Start today. If this video gave you one thing to do differently tomorrow morning, share it with a parent who needs it. The 30 million word gap is real. It is measurable, and it starts closing the moment a parent learns what you just learned. Subscribe for weekly baby psychology content that actually changes how you parent. Every week we break down one piece of baby science that takes 5 minutes to learn and changes how you show up for your child for years.